think it's amazing that superannuation has been around for 100 years.
I love history. QSuper's been around for 100 years and has been performing well in that time, providing a safety net for Queenslanders all that time. It's fantastic, and to be a part of it, and I'd hope it stays around serving Queenslanders and people like me for another 100 years to come.
Didn't realise it. Didn't realise it'd been around for that long. So it's amazing.
When I first started work, we worked in what was called the old taxation building.
It had been a wartime air shelter and radio broadcasting studio.
There was no air conditioning, a few fans. You'd open windows up on a hot day and try to get a bit of breeze through. Yeah, Brisbane was a very comfortable country town. I think most people called it a country town. If you went more than 5 kilometres outside of town, you were in the bush.
When I started in the organisation in 1962, we had a staff of about 20 employees.
I think the boys were very much in shorts and long socks, if I remember. And I don't see that fashion trend coming back.
In those days, they used to play cricket in the aisles and at lunchtime and so on, and they had a table tennis table, and they'd play that, and someone would get hit on the head when was trying to work. But the staff were good, hard-working people, and they enjoyed life too.
One thing about the QSuper fund, it's always had people in leadership positions that have given a great direction and have been worthy role models.
Society had rules for superannuation over the years which weren't fair, and we have tried to push for change.
When I started back in the 70s, female teachers teaching in classrooms either side of me were either receiving less money or were being forced to leave the superannuation fund when they resigned, particularly for family purposes.
QSuper had such a huge role to ensure that women were seen to have equal rights in more than just superannuation, but importantly for their super contributions.
This has always been a very progressive organisation. There's always been changes coming across the board with superannuation, and it's been continuous change for many years.
We really try and be there for the member, because the member often has a pretty tough job.
People in the public service do a very good job and do put the hours in. We've got a number of bridges throughout the network we look after. Riverside Expressway, Captain Cook, we do all that work there. So that keeps the guys busy.
For me, I trust QSuper. I don't have to worry about it.
They've always been very approachable, giving you the information and allowing you to make the best informed decision you can about what you think will best meet your personal circumstances.
The members are the heart and soul of what we do here at QSuper. Their retirement outcomes is what really matters.
We're really close by, we're local, and I think a lot of our members know that we're also members as well.
Yeah, our members trust us, and to me, that puts a big responsibility for me as chairman to make sure that we act in accordance with that trust. And the great strength of this organisation is its capacity to be able to respond to the needs of members. So what does that mean? That means that we can look at investments and we can attract investments for members which are going to provide sound returns for those members over a long period of time.
The fund, on behalf of its members, invests about $35 billion around the world. We are trying to move money more out of Australia into international markets, largely because the fund is so big it's outgrown Australia. The members are part owners of One Times Square, which is the big building in Times Square in New York, which has all the billboards on it. We've got assets in Heathrow Airport, which is regarded pretty much around the world as one of the best infrastructure investments you can get. We own ports and airports around the world. Most of our clients have long-term goals. We're trying to create long-term returns to support retirements.
I think one of the biggest things that we do, especially for the pre-retirees and retirees, is give them some comfort around their ability to fund their desired financial goals. We have permanent offices all the way up the coast from Brisbane, so anyone that has a QSuper account can come in and use the services at QInvest.
We're here to really look after members who look after the state, and they're loyal to us, and I hope we're loyal to them.
I think 100 years is such a huge commemoration for QSuper and something that they should be very proud of.
And I can assure everybody that for the last 100 years and for the next 100 years, this superannuation fund is going to insist on best practice, continuous improvement, and always doing it better.